What's up, Slackers? So we're here today and we're coming back from a long tournament day actually, and what we have for you is the deck profile that went XN1. We're gonna give you guys a deck profile. We'll run you down through maybe some of the cards, some of the tech choices, but aside from that, we're gonna get right into it. I'm here with the pilot of the green deck, which is Pepe, one of our resident green players at the Cypher dorm. Another want to make sure that we let you guys, just remind you guys, if you guys want to help us out, please go ahead, subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, comment down below. If you have any questions or any comments, you see something that maybe you could have done better or improve, feel free to let us know. Feel free to jump in on the conversation, start a dialogue. That way we can keep bringing you guys more content. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hop right into the profile, and we're gonna walk you through. Let's go ahead and start with the. So you guys have it. These are the digi eggs that went into the green deck today. So obviously the deck profile is going to be green. It's green Ceresmon. And is there any? It was just really green Ceresmon, right?
No, before the ban list.
Before the ban list. So this is one last hurrah for the deck before the limited list takes effect. So for the babies, you have one Argomon, 4 Minomon. Obviously, you want to play these for their inherited effects. This one here, you see, if you attack one of your opponent's Digimon, this gets 1000 DP for the turn. So obviously, the increase in DP, right, it comes up where it's obviously going to save whatever you stack on top of it.
Well, it depends, because like Ceresmon or Bancho Sting, well, especially Bancho Stingmon, like if they have an Omnimon, it already gets like I think 9000 DP, and then that's just an extra. So like also it makes it so you don't crash into like, also Mega Gargomon, since he does security +1, you don't crash into like the security sometimes.
Right.
Because most of them, like he's not the only one that gives them a boost. There's like Agumon and a few others.
So as part of the strategy to kind of boost the overall DP of your Digi-Evolutions, you definitely want to go Minomon. Is there a reason why you wouldn't play the opposite, where you play more Argomon instead of the Minomon?
I want to, if you think about it, like, yeah, the game 1 memory is good, but it's like, at the beginning, you don't want to swing with your like lower Digimon, like with your level 4s or anything. You want to keep Digivolving onto like, the first thing I wanted, like normally I was trying to get to do was Ceresmon, so I could just keep like using the download and rest of my opponent's Digimon, so I could just swing into it, or like, just like if I put Mega Gargomon, I get the security +1. So that's really the reason why like it was more this than this, because like, yeah, normally you're not swinging with the small one, so if like you get these at the beginning and like nothing is gonna go unrested, because you're not swinging with the level 4s or the level 5s. You're gonna swing with just the level 6s.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense.
This you're gonna like, regardless of everything, you're gonna swing and they're gonna get 1000 DP. So this does more than this for now.
Okay.
Or at least for this ban list.
So we're saying this was a comfortable ratio.
Yeah, for me it was perfect.
Start, comfortable. So you have it, guys. So that's, once again, that's 4 Minomons.
Like this one, I actually used this one. The rare times that I actually got into it, the effect never even happened.
We're gonna go ahead and show you guys. Now we're gonna get into the rookies. We have Goblimon, right? It's a 2 cost, 3000 DP, right?
So you gotta, this deck you gotta starve them for like things. So like normally I was always leaving them at 1, and he was one of the guys that helped me like always like just put them at 1.
Here's more along that same line of play. We have 4 Argomon, 2 drops, 3000 DP. So just to establish board present.
They're also good for like the Digisorption, because you just play this. It's still your turn. Like mostly it would still be your turn, even if they leave you at 2, you'll be at 0, and you just rest this, and you'll summon one of the other guys. Like the, what is it, Blossomon and Argomon, the level, what is it, 6? No, 5.
This is 4 Agumon.
1000 DP. That's just basic. That's just.
And here's another one. This gives you another 1000 DP, right?
Yeah, because it's like this and this, and
you got 2 Terriermon.
So this was. Let me see a card in there real quick.
Yep.
So mostly with like this guy, when he's like an inherited, and you have somebody over him, when you swing, like let's say if I had Ceresmon on top of him and I swing with Ceresmon, you get the inherited. You have this, you straight up summon it. And then like if they were gonna, let's say if you're playing the mirror match, what did happen, like he had Stingmon as an inherited, and Stingmon when he swings and destroys, he gains a memory because of this. That prevented the whole thing from happening. So it came up, it was a few times, like not a lot, but I think 2 was like the best number.
2 is the best number?
Like it wasn't like you automatically need it, but it helped.
I got you. So you don't want to open up to
and even like he hit me, that same dude, he hit me with Puppetmon. And Puppetmon, you know, when you swing, you get a memory. He couldn't do it either because I had Ceresmon. Yeah, like you don't want to like go and boom and digivolve into it. You just want to like, if you have it, you have it. If you don't, you don't.
We're still going to play 2 Tentamons.
Same thing, it's just the 1000 DP.
So the entire rookie lineup, and we're playing, we have 12, we have 16 rookies in the deck. And definitely feel like this is the correct ratio of rookies to play. All of it low cost, all of it, some of them with inherited effects, some of them without. So moving on to champions first. Set of champions, we have Kabuteramon, the 1 cost Digi-Evolution.
Because normally like your opening turn, you would like hatch and Digivolve. Like if you went first, Digivolve for 1, you leave them at one memory. And then you're already in your level 4. And then like if you move it up next turn, Digisorption and make, let's say, Blossomon, or what's the other guy? Argomon. Just, you know, straight up just, so it was just pretty basic.
Got 4 Stingmon.
This added like at 4 in the morning. I wasn't playing this because I'm not a green player, so I just decided to play the deck today in the morning before the tournament. The tournament was at 12 and I made the deck like at 4 in the morning, and I practiced with it for like an hour or 2, and just I winged it from there. But this was because like when you swing at a Digimon and he's under, so as an inheritance, he's going to give you a memory, and that actually helped a lot because a lot of the cards in this deck are free. Especially the fact that like most of these guys are all 1s. And then the Digisorption, and then if you have Ceresmon, you Digisort for like almost by resting your opponent's Digimon. It's like, you have a lot of free cards. So even when they were leaving me at 2 energy, 1 energy, like I was still able to do a lot.
So was there someone here in place of Stingmon prior to you making the decision to add him into the
I made
engine?
the deck last minute. So.
Oh, so this was just an impulse. You were thinking I need memory.
Like at first I was actually playing, I think I was playing Woodmon. I was playing more blockers. And then I was like, yeah, I think maybe if I go more for like aggro and gaining advantage, gaining memory would be more better than just waiting there for my opponent to swing. Because like when you draw Woodmon early, it's like you hesitate to Digivolve him, and then like the deck you have to like try to make Ceresmon as fast as possible. At least the way that I played it, I have to make Ceresmon as fast as possible to generate advantage. Okay. Or like Gargomon, because Mega Gargomon.
Yeah, and it's interesting because green is definitely a deck that can establish a heavy advantage at a low cost. So it essentially you really deprive your opponent of being able to do much, right?
Then like also the locals, everybody plays red. And the red players over there, they're just like mad aggressive. They just go like straight into like summoning, Groundamon for 5, and then make an Phoenixmon for 2, and then Omnimon next turn. So it's like, I had to be aware, especially this deck, a lot of the guys get killed to like Omnimon Ultra S, so I was afraid of that, you know, 5000 BP, 5000 BP, if it Digivolves, 1000, like they're pretty weak. So it's like, I had to find a way to like, how can I like get my bigger guys on the board before they do? So like the low cost actually helped a lot.
I think for...
And the gain in memory.
Our last champion, we have a pair of Gargomon. Another inherent effect of 1000 DP for each of your opponent's suspended Digimon. Right, so this is a little bit different from the other ones. They have a similar effect. Let's go on now to our ultimates, and the first trio of ultimates that we have is level 5 Cherrymon, cost of 8, 2-drop for Digi-Evolution, 7000 DP. And I'm assuming this is the only blocker that you're actually playing in the strategy, right? Did you feel that you were short of a blocker?
Actually, most of the time I didn't want to go into this. And if I did go into this, it was just to go into like, what would I didn't have Blossomon or Argomon, just to go into like Ceresmon or into Mega Argomon. But I really didn't feel like I needed more.
I think it's fair to say that the next playset that we're going to show you guys, here we go, it's the 4 Argomon, play cost of 8, Digi-Evolution 3, DP. This would be one of the MVPs of the strategy, right?
This was probably this and also because I played Mimi was the reason that I felt like I didn't need that many blockers. Because this is like, once you made Ceresmon and you made it with this, or made it Mega Gargomon and you swung, it's like I play a lot of rookies. I play more rookies actually than these guys in the champions. That's why I don't play really like a lot of champions, because I was literally just using this, bringing out the rookies, then my opponent wouldn't like actually swing into it. Or they would just like try to digivolve into the thing to like make an Ultra S or whatever. So they'll just like literally leave me with the rookies, and I'll swing into them with like the rookies for like damage. So this really helped me out a lot.
Is this, and this is one of the cards that's on the limited list, right?
Yeah, now after this, obviously there's gonna be that one.
Right.
But
So
today was the last tournament that I could join with these cards, and I was like, why not?
And do you have something in mind or something working in?
Yeah, I already made the deck. I already switched it.
So
I just put it right back just
no
for the deck profile.
So we're definitely gonna give you guys the updated version of the deck, but this is the last hurrah. So if you guys have these cards laying around, put the deck together, enjoy. You know, probably the last time you're gonna be able to use this right here. But Argomon, definitely an MVP. Quick question: if we play Argomon at 1 in your new deck, do you see green being just as viable as it is now, or at least just as strong?
I think yeah, because there's a lot of good like green cards. But the problem with this deck is that there's so many good cards that there wasn't enough space. Like it was hard fitting stuff into it.
Okay, that makes sense.
So it's like I wanted to play more of these guys, but it was like I was first like this. I was actually with something that I was playing 4 of. I was playing 4-4-4. But when I was testing it, I guess my luck, I was bricking all these guys. Like I was literally drawing just this and hard casting them. So I switched. I took out 2 and I added 2 more rookies instead. And it actually worked because I'm like, it makes more sense. I'm playing Mimi, so I could just move up my rookies and swing with them, and then I have this guy that I could like just literally play my rookies for technically free.
Let's move on to the next. These are actually the last 3 ultimates that we're playing in the strategy, and that's Blossomon himself. And go ahead and tell us how is Blossomon in the strategy? And
so this one I searched a lot when I was just making the deck for fun. So 3-4, 3-4, 3-4. But I wanted to play because of Ceresmon, because of like resting my opponent's Digimon, and then if I had Mega Gargomon, resting 2 Digimon and swinging for security +2, and then being able to swing at 2 Digimon and getting rid of the board. Like it gave me more board presence, and this is free with Ceresmon. Because you Digisorption for 3, you just rest one of your opponent's Digimon and you swing at it.
Yeah, and speaking of, let's go ahead and now showcase our Mega, the MVP of the deck itself, and that's Ceresmon himself. We're playing at 4 copies, and go ahead and tell us a little bit about how.
I wish I could play 8 of these guys. Just to go into it first turn, like as fast as possible, like second turn. Because the good thing about this deck is that you could literally make this like second turn, no problem. Leaving you at 1-2 memory, you can make the second turn. And once like, honestly, my thing was try to make this as fast as possible.
But, so you say this is like Ceresmon Turbo, or just turboing Ceresmon is part of the strategy, which is a difference.
Guys, the way that I played it, it was like I made the deck based around them. That's the reason why I play it. Like, I know some people play the level 4 of the Digisorption. I didn't like them. I rather play these guys that were like they were cost of 1. I didn't have to rest anybody, and I would rather save the like Digisorption ability for like these guys. Because once I put these guys, it was like, okay, next turn I have a Ceresmon. And then hidden potential still being at 4. Even though I wasn't playing it at 4 because I would brick it when I was trying it at 4. So I played it at 3. So it was like, you want this guy or whatever for Digisorption, and then hidden potential, you brought this guy out for free, for just like, yeah, literally for free, because it's free at that point, because it's for 0 cost.
Yeah, and and it's good to say. It's definitely a testament to the deck, because it's a 28-man local, and I was part of that local as well. I wasn't playing green, but the record for the deck, you only had 1 loss, right? So tell us a little bit about that loss, like.
I don't want to talk about it. Rookie Rush. That's what I gotta say. Everybody who played Rookie Rush knows.
All right. Well,
so like this happened. So this was the reason why I chose these guys. I would have this. Like let's say I would have this and like maybe an Agumon under it, and then I would have this guy. I'll make him with hidden potential, and I'll Digisorption literally into this. Actually, not even resting my opponent's Digimon. And if I had another Ceresmon, I just at that point then I would rest this and drop him off, and that would be double Ceresmon. That I did a lot, and that like actually put me in a really good position every time.
Did you guys go 1-1, or was it a 2-0?
So the first game I played red and black, I 2-0'd him. The second game I played a mirror match green, but his green was different. Like he wasn't playing Ceresmon, he was playing it was kind of like the 1.0 like Puppetmon version and the Lilymon with like Pyodramon.
Okay.
And he used Dino Beamon and he did use Stingmon. He's a really good green player because last time I played him when I was playing 1.0, I was playing Metal Garurumon, Omnimon Blue. And we had a really good match. Every time we played, it's like really intense. And honestly, since he's a better green player than me, because I just decided to pick the deck up in the well, we had all the cards since we got a case, and I was like, screw it. It's the last day. I'll just build it and try to see how far I can get. I'm like, yeah, this guy's gonna destroy him in like a green mirror match with like the best green player in the locals. Like, there's no way. And I came out winning, and honestly, like the Digisorption stuff did really help me out a lot. Like, it was what put me in a big advantage over like his green deck sometimes. But like the Mega Gargomon, I suspended like he summoned Pyodramon on me. I Mega Gargomon him.
Speak of the devil.
My favorite.
2 copies of Mega Gargomon.
I did my favorite. Like, I might, with the ban list, like maybe increase it. I'm still thinking about it.
Okay.
Cause this was he had a Pyodramon. I used Mega Gargomon. I suspended the Pyodramon, and then he can unsuspend during the rest during the next turn. So I did security +2, and then Pyodramon was shut down. Oh, nice. So I didn't have to worry about him piercing through anything. And literally gave me the chance because the Digimons that I have like summon off, because I had an Argomon under this, that I had made off of Argomon, the rookie survived.
And look, and we have one last Mega in the strategy, and that's Bancho's Stingmon. And
so I play this because, because I'm like, there's a few Omnimon players, but I'm like, most of the times that I join the tournaments, I never play all of them. I'll play like 1 or 2. So I was like, I didn't want to play. Because it's more for like anything that plays Omnimon. You hit an Omnimon, it's piercing +2, and he gains 9,000 DP.
So for the players or for the viewers that are watching our channel or watching this interview right now, could you explain to us a little bit the interaction between this and Omnimon, at 1? What is the thinking that you have as you're playing now? Because definitely, let's go ahead and read the effect to you guys. For those of you that know, great, and for those of you that don't know, this guy actually he does piercing. So, when he attacks into a suspended Digimon, it will still go ahead and attack your security. And when it attacks, if you attack an opponent's Digimon that has 12,000 DP or more, this Digimon gets 7,000 DP and security attack +2. So go ahead and walk us through your thinking and adding.
So Omnimon, if they use this Omnimon, obviously they're going to swing twice. They're going to be rested. And, also Flower Cannon is just 2. Put him in rest mode if he's not in rest mode. So, mostly this deck, since it was like a lot of the Digisorption, like I said, a lot of the stuff was free, and then also the hidden potential. So if I can make this, after they made this, it was just easy swing, double security, and he actually gets rid of the Omnimon. So it's like the only out. I was thinking at first, I was like, since my locals is like Omnimon everywhere, I thought about like, yeah, maybe I should play 2. But then I thought about it, like, I don't want to play, what is it? I don't want to play situational cards for like certain situations, because maybe you don't run into those situations, which I actually didn't. The red player I played, I beat him pretty easily, both red players. So there was like really no need. Like, one of them summoned an Omnimon on me, but it didn't do anything because I Mega Gargomon them afterwards. So I put him to rest, and he still suspended, and it was just swing for double security. And I think also at that time I had gained a bunch of advantage from like the Argomon. So I had a lot of rookies. I literally, next turn after he passed, because he literally, like, I think he played a blocker. He passed. I Flower Cannon the blocker. And I had a bunch of like rookies from this and from Mimi. So I just swung for game.
Okay.
So I think actually I would keep him at the same. I'll keep him still at just 1.
So that's it for the monsters, right? That's it for Digimonsters. Now we're going to go ahead and move. So we're playing 2 Mimis, right? That's self-explanatory. For those of you that don't know what Mimi does, Mimi...
Suspender, and you just bring out one from the nursing, or you can hatch another egg. This was really helpful because it gave me a lot of advantage. That's how I was able to, like, technically, I guess if you play Yu-Gi-Oh! OTK, you could say. Because I just brought out I just moved it up and I just swung with it.
You also played 2 Flower Cannons and 3 Hidden Potential Discovered. And as you guys see, this is another one of the broken green cards.
Freest card ever.
Yeah,
no wonder that 1 is going to go to 1.
Well, going to 1, right? So this will be the last time. You guys are going to cut these out of your new strategies. But explain to us a little bit of the ratios here.
So this, a lot, especially because of like all these guys being 1s. And then this guy's being just Digisorptions. I literally, a lot of times, with especially like Also have the advantage of Argomon. Sometimes, like, you know, you have you get the swing with Argomon, you bring this out on the next turn. You can literally, or like, even because just these guys are low cost, you would literally like hard play them. Once you get up to here, let's say your turn would be over, you leave them out like 1 or 2, then your turn, it'll be your turn again. You will activate potential, rest that rookie, that at that point that you really don't care about, and you just go straight into Ceresmon. Or like, you know, if they have something like something you wanted to get rid of or something you want to prevent to attack, you went into like, let's say Mega Gargomon. And at that point he's free because of this. So you brought out the Mega Gargomon and you swung for 2 security, or you could have swung at that monster you suspended.
And you got 2 flower cannons over here.
This actually also helped me go a lot in first turn Ceresmon, which is crazy.
Okay.
Because you were able to do, like, let's say, well, not first turn, like second turn. So after you moved from your nursing area, let's say you were here, and you left off at this, where you left them at 1 memory. And then if you had like 2 memory, or even, let's say 1 memory. Let's say you would play your rookie, if you're at 2 memory. You'll go to 0. You will Digisort by putting this. You'll draw, and you'll get, like, let's say you draw into hidden potential. You already had hidden potential, and you had a Ceresmon. You would use this. Suspend. And you would have your Ceresmon already. And let's say if you have more monsters on the field, obviously, like, let's say if you had more memory, one of the times they left you more memory, you was able to make this, and you had a Blossom on the other guy, you just rested one of their Digimons.
So in this style of deck, are you more of an aggro player, a control player? Like, what do you feel your mid range?
So this is a really controllative deck, but like from playing Yu-Gi-Oh, because that's what I played, I was like always a control player. But I always liked the like control decks that I could control and I could like swing for like game really easily. It was like I made it a little, I guess, maybe not really that different because maybe this is what everybody else plays. I'm not quite sure, but it's kind of similar. The only thing I was like, I felt like I played a little more aggressive with like this guy, with the 2 of this guy, and always like I was always trying to make like the Ceresmon or like this guy, and just swing for game. Like there was even games that I would have like 2 of these guys on the field or 1 of this guy, like as fast as possible. So I was trying to swing for game as much as possible. And this guy, like once they saw him come down, it was like +2 security, and then you know flower next turn. Like obviously they wouldn't swing because they didn't want to get with +2 security again, so they just try to set up flower canning and +2 security again. That was already 4. And then like all the rookies with the Mimi, like you kind of say like it's not rookie rush, but it's like it spams the rookies. You could just move them up and swing with them from the nursing after you move them from the nursing area. And then also the Argomon, you being able to special summon a rookie to like let's say your last turn or when you swung and then swing with it next turn. So it was really. It really put a lot of pressure, like it put it really quick. Like if you didn't stop the deck from doing what it does, or like if you didn't gain a huge advantage or didn't like destroy my security right away and like swung for game, it was once I picked up advantage, once I like this deck easy like turn, I guess you could say like maybe 3 or 4 or 5, you could have like 6, 7 Digimons on the field and just swing. Wow. That's why I also didn't play blockers, because blockers you swing but you gotta lose memory. Besides Cherrymon you actually don't. I actually swung with him for game a lot of times.
That's fantastic. Any other things you want to say? Any side notes? Things you would change? How'd you feel?
Not really. Actually, I wasn't even confident about playing this deck because I made this deck in the morning before the tournament. I didn't even. I'm like, yeah, the deck is really good. So I don't think it was literally a lot about skill. It was maybe I guess I could have gotten lucky, and also the deck was really strong. The deck is really strong, and I can see why I got hit. I was like, yeah, these cards are. I was doing a lot of free plays. Like the hidden potential, it's so free.
Well, there you have it. Congratulations on your top today. That is fantastic. Hopefully next week we'll see what deck you decide to bring to the tournament, and let's see what deck profile we bring these guys. Maybe an updated green or an updated blue profile. For you slackers, if you guys liked the video, don't forget, please give us a thumbs up, a like, drop a comment down below. Let us know what you'd like to see next. Let us know what you thought of the video profile, and you know, stay tuned for more content with the Cypher Red Slackers.